Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I want to share a quick tips for how to add users to Dynamics Nav or Business Central. So I'm in a demo environment for LS Central, which is the LS Retail version, like LS Retail build their LS Central on Business Central on top of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. So this is LS Central demo environment. So currently I'm one of the user in the user list. So if say like frequently you as a consultant, sometimes like somebody else in your organization set up an environment, or like your customer IT set up an environment, but they added you to the server, but they forgot to add you to they added you to the server as a local administrator group, so you are able to RDP to that server, but you are not able to open Nav or Business Central. So in this case, because your user is not added to the users list, so let's say I'm here, already been added. If I delete myself, and then I want to, so next time, so cannot be deleted because user has logged into the system. So let's say because I cannot delete myself, I have to delete somebody else. So if I delete this user and just record this username, then we're gonna add this user back, okay? So let's say if you are that user and you want to, originally when you open Nav, you are not able to open because you are not added to this user list. And then I'm gonna delete this user because I logged in as myself, so I cannot delete myself. So if I delete this user and say I want to add that user again for that user to be able to log into Nav, but I don't want to, but let's say if the deleted user is yourself, you are not able to open Nav, and you don't want to ask anybody else to help you because you are the administrator on the server. You should be able to add by yourself. So what do you do with that? So you want to add yourself to Nav or Business Central, and to do this by yourself, you don't want to ask anybody else to do it for you. Okay, so first you have to open your administration, which is the Business Central administration. So right now you have the PowerShell command pinned here. So sometimes like maybe you are the person, the IT person who bring up this server didn't even install that administration, because the administration shell you can use is the Business Central administration shell. You can search, then you can find it. So actually I have this shell right now, so I can pin it to my taskbar and then I can run this shell to add myself, okay? But if in that case like this administration shell is not installed, you can go to control panel, go to Business Central to install this administration shell. Or another way for you to do it is like you can go to your C drive and to find if there's anything on your C drive in the programs files. It's called the nav admin tool, okay? .ps1. This is a PowerShell script, okay? And you have to find this nav admin tool .ps1. If you don't see that, if you don't, so usually the first letter is capital. So I have to change this and search again. So it's a nav admin tool.ps1, and then to see if you can find this file. And what you have to do is like you have to run this PowerShell script, run this file with the PowerShell script, then you will have that nav administration shell or Business Central administration shell available, okay? So let's search for this, and at the same time, well, this is still searching, and because we already have this Business Central administration shell installed, right? So then if I want to add that user back to Business Central, if that assume that user is myself, then the command you have to use is like you have to type in new nav user. This is case sensitive, okay? No, new nav server user, okay? When you type this, and then it will ask you if following parameters like the Windows account. Now it comes to that Windows account, we just copy it, the one we just deleted, and So I'm gonna copy it back. Okay, so this is the Windows account. Then ask you the server instance. For the server instance, actually you can see that from the administration tool. So if you open the Business Central or Dynamics Nav administration, then you can see what is the instance. Or you can just open the services to see what is the Windows services. You have a service with the Business Central or Dynamics Nav service name. Okay, so then we can find out the instance like we want to we have to wait until this show up. So this is called BC14. Okay, so that's the instance we want to log in. And so then we have to enter in this shell, in this command. Let's go back to that command. Okay, so while that's still searching, I'll go back to this command and enter BC4140. Okay, so this is come back. That means the user has been added. Access is denied. Okay, so this is a good example because when you run this administration shell, you have to elevate the permission. So you have to run as administrator, otherwise it will get denied. Okay, so then you have to type in new nav server user. Type this again and then put in that Windows account. Okay. So just copy that. Let me copy this Windows account here, and then BC140 is the instance. Okay, so then it's wait. So this license is not compatible. That's fine because it's just a Business Central license, but a user has been added. After you add a new nav server user, and then you have to add a permission for that user. So nav server user permission set. So you have to enter this. Okay, after you enter this, then it asks you the permission set ID. Usually for those users, we just give them a super user permission, and then we have to copy this again and ask you the server instance again. Just type in 140 again. Okay, so don't worry, you can ignore this warning. It's not an error, it's just a warning. So this user now will be added back to our Business Central. If it's you, then you just added yourself back to Business Central or Dynamics Nav. Okay, so then you will be able to open Dynamics Nav or Business Central with that credential. So let's double check this select server. So this is the instance BC140. We're on the correct one. Okay, and then go to the users because this is LS Central. Then you have retail users and you have users. If you go to users, it still bring you to the retail users, but you have to add a list and drill down to the list. But you will have that user added back. So this is the one we just added. Yeah. Okay. So this is how you add that user. And if you drill down to that user, click on edit, then you can see this user has the super permission added. Okay. Go to the user permission set. So this user has a super permission. Okay, so which means the command you typed in the Business Central or Dynamics Nav or administration shell has worked. It added that user back, and also it added that user with a super permission. Okay, so yeah, that's just a quick tip for you guys to know. Like if you're working as a consultant, sometimes you have to do this by yourself. So maybe the IT working as the customer side only added you to the box, then to their to the administrator group on a virtual machine or a computer for the nav server, and they didn't add you as a nav user. So then you have to do it by yourself if you have the administrative permission on that server. So you can do it by adding yourself. You are logged in, do it yourself. Okay, so hope this helpful to you guys. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Hope to see you guys again next time.